repentance or a person noting the wrong was never there. Everybody moved on. Everybody made it not a big deal. You can see how filthy people have become, how corrupt people have become. Pastors were defending whatnot. And so Aruna Osayi here is reminding, guys, there was never, the person had a failure in portrayal of the gospel. Character departure, the way he calls it. Character departure from the gospel. But there was never any point you saw him correcting that. As a matter of fact, he came back and boasted. So the interesting, that point there, because that, when you hear that, it tells you, that we are at a period in the church where corruption rules. People are corrupt. He calls it witchcraft, which is what Galatians calls it. When teaching that is false becomes popular or becomes the main meal, when corruption becomes food, when incorruption is nowhere in sight. So this point here that he mentions, the perspective and viewpoint of purity from the pulpit. But then when you see such a time when that cannot be upheld as thing, you know what? I'd love to hear Aruna Osayi's perspective on John Anoisike, because personally I am convinced that that man has introduced a heresy of a spirit. When you look at the things that are happening in his church, it's just too much. You even just forget about it. You even just skip because of the level of heresy or the level of depth, the depth of which corruption runs in that church. But this stuff becomes acceptable